Shoot the boar twice, run back to your town center, and kill the boar with villagers. It's one of the first mechanics we learn beyond the basic tutorials. While there have been a few advanced tricks developed, such as damaging the boar with the town center, boar luring pretty much behaves the same way it did 20 years ago. Or it did, at least, until the definitive edition came out. Here, there was a change that boar would chase a villager forever when they receive only one attack rather than two. After this change, the boar would follow permanently after the first hit, but would still switch targets if hit a second time. However, there's been a recent change, and now the boar continues to follow the first villager regardless of how many times other units hit it. So it seems as though this change, where you need only one hit to get the boar to follow you, is one that developers intend to continue with. But there's been another significant change in hotfix 34793. Here, animals killed by military units allow the animals to be gathered for food. This is not intended. And more than just military units, town centers now can kill animals without removing all of the food from them. First, this change impacts laming. Enemy scouts could kill sheep under TCs, or even steal sheep and try to get the TC to kill them while controlled by the laming player. TCs could also target deer or boar, and killing them would remove all of the food from them, leaving villagers standing around idle. But now, killing animals with the town center is completely safe and leaves all of the food present on them, just like killing animals with villagers. I believe that the developers are deliberating over whether or not actually to keep this mechanic. While I'm okay with the previous behavior, overall, I think this change actually is a good one. It removes annoying situations where you lose all of the food simply because you accidentally shoot the animal with the TC. Maybe the attack of all villagers versus boar could be increased to compensate, similar to the Goths bonus. That way garrisoning in the TC isn't always the fastest way to kill the boar. Just doing that feels a bit more awkward to me than killing the boar with villagers does. The big problem that remains, though, is boar stealing. When the boar needed 2 hits to follow, at least the scout would lose a significant amount of hit points as a trade-off. Now, it can hit the boar while it's walking away and steal it without taking even a single hit. Perhaps keeping the food when killed by a TC, but restoring the need for 2 hits before the boar follows permanently would be a good way to balance this mechanic. As an extra fun fact, it doesn't seem like the original developers even planned for boar luring to be a mechanic in the first place. The HD edition comes with a few audio files for the tutorial missions that must come from an early build. They just have some guy with a plain American accent reading lines as a substitute for before the real voice actor read them.
Good! You found some gold!
Good! You found some gold.
And there are a couple of lines about hunting boar.
Wild boar can be hunted for food, but unlike deer, wild boar fight back. Send at least 6 villagers to hunt the boar, or else the wild boar could kill someone. A wild boar is rooting through one of your farms. You better dispose of him before he ruins your crops.
So it seems as though boar actually may have been designed to interact with farms at some early stage of development. It could be fun to have some mod where the boar ends up destroying all of a player's farms. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.